Round, pay, round, under. But you abandoning the body a little bit. We gotta stay down there.
OT tugging, I hate hitting elbows.
Aim for the, you gotta change trajectory and aim for the center. All right, go ahead.
All right, Tim, nobody likes to hit elbows, but there's ways around it.
Come on, man. Too much complaining for me, man. All I hear is complaining. You listen to your corner, man. That's all I'm hearing is complaining from Jerrel. Do you want to be a fighter? Do you want to be a champion? Do you want to be a fighter? That's what it's about. You know, your body language, the way you present. I mean, come on, man.
Especially because
terrible.
There were excellent instructions being given
yes.
by Prentice. They were actually, we always talk about, don't just go to the corner and rah-rah, go get him. Tell me how to get him.
Exactly.
He was getting precise
instructions. But I don't want to need the elbow. Stop, man. Come on, bro.
And that is a sound clip of Jerrel Anderson complaining to his coach that he doesn't like to go to the body based on the fact that the opponent tucks his elbows and he doesn't like to hit them. I tell you this. For some people, it's if you give them a reason or an opportunity, they'll give you an excuse. This is exactly what it is. And it's bad because you're looking at someone that's complaining about going to the body because he doesn't like elbows. That's like, to me, that reminds me of when he had the breakdown with Roy Jones, and he was just like, man, it's too much pressure on me, this and that. And then, people really started to doubt Jerrel Anderson based on the way he was acting. This is another example of his mentality of where, like, hey, I don't like to get hit elbows. Nobody asked you that shit. You know what I mean? You got to go to the body. So it's up to you to know when to go to the body or not, but you got to give credit to the trainer, because he would have said that to someone in like Teddy Atlas or someone like that. And like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Going to the body. And don't get me wrong. If you ever hit someone with gloves and it hurts your hand, your hand can be hurt. It can be. Once you go to the body and you catch someone and that elbow, that does hurt. But here's the thing. For you to complain about it, for that to be common knowledge, it's almost like, man, I don't like running on the inside of the track because my hand, I don't like the way the track feels on my pinky toe type shit. Like, though, that's so trivial. That's not even worth mentioning. That's the problem. Like, things that he's talking about are like things that someone that complains about something that's it comes off kind of feminine. You know what I mean? I don't like to hurt my hands because I don't like how it lands on someone else's body because it hurts my hands. Your hands, the gloves are to protect your hands. At times you're going to go through those type of things, and I think Jerrel, is giving someone reasons not to do something. That type of person is not suited in boxing. He's not going to last long. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about it, him talking about and complaining about it, man, that people look at that as being weak. People look at that as being like a diva. People look at that. That's like Gervonta Tank Davis this last past weekend talking about greasing his eye so he took a knee. These fighters in America are not seeming to be cut from the same cloth as the ones before. That's how it seems. And don't get me wrong, Jerrel Anderson showed heart and grit from his first loss because he kept getting up. He could have stayed down there. He could have just got counted out. No. He finished that fight on his feet. So I'm not going to this ain't a anti-Jerrel bashing video. But keep in mind something, people. The other aspect. Who released this? Big baby Jerrel Miller. Because Jerrel Miller, he doesn't really have anything against Jerrel Anderson, but I think it's the whole idea that, they're both nicknamed Big Baby, and I think that's causing a stir of confusion, and I think that's where the beef comes from. But I'll tell you this much. Jerrel Miller, regardless of how much shit he talks, you wouldn't hear him talk about trivial shit like that. Like, oh, my hand, it hurts my hand when I go down to the body. Well, why am I going to go to the body? That means you're not going to the body at all because you're worried about getting hurt, because you're worried about hitting an elbow. And he's like, okay, well, just change the punch. Change where you land the punch. Punch around the elbows. Genius. Einstein. You know what I mean? Like things like that. And look, credit to the trainer, because I don't think other trainers would have that type of patience. Listening to that type of shit, did this motherfucker say it hurts his elbows? You know what I mean? Because it'll come to a point where if you're dealing with someone like that, they're just showing you how difficult they can be when they refuse to follow instruction. See, that's a way, when someone gives you an excuse, they're telling you why they can't obey your commands on how you're trying to help them, being the trainer that you're hired for. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem with this situation. He's trying to tell you, but I don't like going to the body because he tucks his elbows and, it hurts my hands. Like, so? You know what I mean? Hit him on the fucking arms then. Do a Canelo Alvarez. Hit him on the arms. Hit him on the shoulder. Bow, bow. Hit him on the shoulders. Hit him there. You know what I mean? Soften his boy up like Roy Jones Jr. did Eric Harding back in the day. You know what I mean? Like Canelo Alvarez did Callum Smith not too long ago. Start using your creativity instead of complaining to your trainer why you can't do what the trainer wants you to do. You have to do more than headhunting. Sometimes you do have to invest to that body. You have to come over and invest to that body. Why? Because that's how you break down your fighter. That's how you give your fighter other things to worry about instead of jab, 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 right hand, jab, right hand, jab, right hand. And then, all I have to do is keep my high guard up to protect your shots and try to counter in between. So you're making it very easy for your adversary to get over on you. And like your trainer was telling them, hey, go to the body, dude. What are you doing? Go to the body. So they don't want to hear you talk about how, it hurts my hand when I land on the elbows. Nobody wants to hear that shit. But Jerrel Miller is letting people know that, hey, your boy's soft. He's softer than baby shit, like Jerrel says. That's what Jerrel's saying to people. And unfortunately, it does sound like that right now. Am I saying Jared is soft? No. But what I am saying is that clip makes him come off looking exactly like Jerrel Miller wants people to see, or what he wants people to see, soft. So I'm not calling him necessarily soft, but I am saying that was some soft shit that he did say to his trainer when his trainer was trying to give him instruction. But you guys tell me what you think of Jerrel Miller posting this video clip about Jared Anderson complaining about going or not going to the body because the punches hurt if he hits him in the elbow. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunching.